Hello there, welcome back to TechRill. Today we are diving into something super exciting, GitHub Models in GitHub Marketplace. If you are ever wondered how you can access powerful AI models directly from GitHub, experiment with them and even integrate them into your project, you are in the right place. In this AI-driven world, we need to have quick and easy way to integrate AI models with our applications. We are going to explore the marketplace, test out a few models, and I will show you how to create and refine prompts using prompt editor. And the best part is, you will see how quickly these models can generate results and how easy it is to bring that magic right into your code. First of all, let us head over to GitHub Marketplace. This is your one-stop shop for all AI models, Copilot extensions, applications, and actions shared by community and partners teams. You will find a variety of models under the Models section. You can explore one after the other these models, or let us start with a simple model, GPT-4o. Once you select a model, you will get a playground where you can ask questions to this particular model and see how it's responding. I'm taking one of the questions available here itself. What are some of the most famous works of Shakespeare? As you can see, the model start responding on the Shakespeare works categorized under tragedies, comedies, histories, and romance. OpenAI shared these details. If I feel I want to compare with another model, I can click on compare and select a different model. It opens a new playground side by side. Now let me ask a simple question to both models. Can you explain the concept of SOA? So I'm going more on the technical angle. Let both models start responding to me what SOA is. You can observe the speed in which the response is coming. OpenAI is little faster compared to Pi right now, and it's going to complete the areas and the response also. It's not only the speed or the response time. You need to check how accurate the response is. Still, this model is going on, but OpenAI already completed the response. Both are now completed. You have the input and the output. 734 characters came as output here. From here you have the 565, and the time taken by two models looks like OpenAI been the timing angle. You will be able to observe the difference in terms of the response data, how the response is categorized, combined by each of these models. Sometimes we may not require this much elaborative model. In that case, we may go for this Pi 3.5 mini instruct that may suffix our requirement. So based on our requirement, we can select which model is appropriate. Once the comparison is done, whichever model you select, you will be able to quickly integrate that with your application by following code area. I'm going with OpenAI, closing this second model for timing. And in the code section, you have multiple technologies available. If I am working on C#, I can select C# based code, or If it is a JavaScript, I can select JavaScript. Whichever code you need, you will be able to select that one. If it is just a Rust, means the curl command which I can execute directly from my command line itself. Once the code is available, as you may observe, every code have a token requirement. GitHub Models are working with GitHub token. You should supply a path token. If it is development, you supply a GitHub token for completing this code. If it is production deployment, you can request this token or deploy this as part of the Azure ecosystem and get a token from Azure. How to get the token and the details as available under Use This Model area. Click on Use This Model. You will get step-by-step instruction here how to create a personal access token. GitHub is free. You can go ahead and create a developer token and use that for all kind of testing. All the models can be tested using your path tokens. Going forward, path token need a particular permission, that is model read. Right now you can go ahead and create a simple path token without any permissions. Or for the deployment purpose, host it in Azure and get a production key directly from Azure. And just replace the GitHub token available in your code, Python or JavaScript, whichever code you have. And for installation, in case of Python and JavaScript, we have the OpenAI as the SDK or NPM package. You can install that pip based installation or NPM based installation and go ahead and run the sample code. Simple steps: get a path token, go ahead and install the OpenAI, copy paste the code, replace your token, execute the sample code, and ensure that you pass a proper prompt as part of your request. This is the most exciting thing. With a few clicks, I will be able to select a AI model without understanding much about the AI and then get the integration done in couple of seconds with a simple copy pasting of the code into my application code base. Everything is detailed here. In case you don't want to set up everything in your local environment, you have a code space integrated to this. You can directly open the code in code space and execute or run and test it. We will go through that steps in the next video. This video as an introduction. Let us go ahead and understand the capabilities of this model playground. You can select multiple models here. Let me go for another model, OpenAI 01. The code is automatically changed. Most of the code pieces are same except we pass which model we are going to use kind of information. And the raw response, in case you have a chat here, like the first chat message I selected. OpenAI 01 is provided this information. If I go to the row, I can see how the response structure looks like. This is how the response comes. If I want to extract the data, the code provides you the response till the content out of the response in case of Python or JavaScript. Now, what to do with the content or how to extract the required information from the content? You can have a look on the row response structure. This schema provides the details like what is the timestamp and who requested the AI model and what's the prompt shared. This is the prompt shared, and now the response. Role is assistant, nothing but our AI model. This is the message coming from AI model, and you can see that it's coming with a /n for the enter key and all the details. Based on that, I can take a call on how to format this response into a proper content or display in my web application or application area. Apart from that, chat have a edit button here which provide two quick actions. One is I have selected one model, OpenAI 01, which provided the response, but I may need a much cheaper model. I don't need this model for this simple prompt processing. Then GitHub model is having this option to suggest cheaper model for based on my prompts. If I have 10 prompts, it's have an analysis, and based on that it suggests a model. Okay, similar kind of response expected from these models, but much cheaper compared to the one I have selected. If I need a faster response, it's provided another model which gives a faster response compared to OpenAI 01. Based on our requirement, whether I need a fastness or I need a cost-effective model, I can select a different model. On top of that, if I want a citation from where this information is coming, I need a more detailed information or reference links kind of thing, then go for cite sources. Citing means response will be displayed. Along with that, it provides the references from where this response is constructed, or what references are used by this model for constructing this response. Here, OpenAI provided the response and the references are down here. There are 3 different references from different university purpose which is used by OpenAI 01 for constructing these details. Let us go for some simple programming thing again. Explain the concept of microservices. So I am going to ask a simple microservices question. Let us see how 01 is providing the response. It's taking a little time. After that, it's given the references at the end with wherever it's possible, the links to the public article is came here. Again, I am asking GitHub model to suggest a cheaper model, and GitHub model suggested these 3 models. Let me go with GPT-4o mini. It's coming the response here. Exactly similar kind of response, and you will be able to see the difference. The data is not captured here. Let us close the GPT-4o mini right now and go back to again our selected model or change to a different model. I have changed to a different model, and this time instead of a prompt, I will be able to share some kind of images or files along with the prompt. Here I shared an image asking GitHub model to explain the plant. GitHub model is coming up with explanation of this image, and it's provided the appearance, size, the scientific name, and every details of this plant. So you will be able to attach images along with the prompt for better context to the AI models. Sometimes we are looking for image processing kind of models. You can test it out and take the next steps. This is the model playground comparison function. The availability of model with the details on top in terms of the output characters and how much time it takes, and the code in multiple languages, and the raw response for you to extract the information. Then you have a section for using this model which provide you the step-by-step instruction on how to use this model as part of your application. You don't want to set up a local environment, go ahead and use the code spaces for model testing. Now, If you are a data scientist, you have these parameters against each of the model where you can adjust the temperature, top P and the stop details. Multiple elements can be fine-tuned for your requirement. We will look at that later. Right now we are focusing on how to explore simple models and get that model integrated to our application. When you talk about integration with application, not only the model plays an important role, the prompt is playing an important role. Once the model is finalized, you can go ahead and play with your prompt. Here I am asking a prompt related to technology or design patterns. This is my prompt. I provided the prompt. Once the prompt is entered, I can improve the prompt. Click on improve prompt and specify, okay, this is my current prompt. I haven't copied it. Let me just copy and go for improving the prompt. This is the prompt and what needs to be improved. This is my current prompt. Looking for an improvement in performance area. More performance oriented design patterns. That is what I am looking. Click on improve prompt. AI is going to help me with improving my prompt. Here it's explaining the design patterns for microservices, but it's focused on performance optimization. And when it comes to performance optimization, what kind of patterns it needs to do? Scalability, reduce the latency, efficiency of the resource utilization with microservices. So it's added all the details as part of the prompt. And I asked to use, okay, use this prompt right now. And once the prompt is finalized, you have finalized the prompt, you can click on run. This will execute your improved prompt against the selected model. In case your prompt is having some variables, you will be able to edit the variables. Right now this doesn't have any variables defined. So I have defined a variable arc which I can specify a different value. When I run the execution time, we can provide different value for this variable. It's a placeholder. So whenever we go ahead and execute the prompt, you will be able to replace this with the proper values. So going ahead and running, this time you can observe that model is used SOA as the value for this prompt. Prompt is same and we are using a different variable for running it. This is the prompt crafting area. You grab the prompt, improve the prompt and use this prompt when you integrate your model as part of your application. Going back to the playground, we discussed about different models, how to compare the model and use the help of Copilot to select a cheaper model or faster model, the different code pieces available and the raw response model, how to use this model with a quick step-by-step instruction and prompt editor. We explored the GitHub Marketplace, looked at different models, compared the models with the help of Marketplace, identified the cheaper or faster models, looked at the code, how quickly you can integrate this code with applications, step-by-step instructions on path token generation and execution of the code. Plus we went ahead and explored the prompt editor for crafting and refining our prompts. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a thumbs up. Subscribe to TechRill for more AI-powered coding tips. Also, let me know in the comment which GitHub model are you excited to try and what would you like to see next on the channel. Until next time, Keep coding, keep exploring, and stay awesome.